Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on that like button if you like my video. Also click on that notification bell. Thank you. Hello again. In this video, we are going to create a virtual machine on our virtualization software that we have installed. Again, putting that into our diagram, we have our computer, our main computer, which is running either Windows or Mac operating system. And then on top of that, we install the virtualization software. We are going with VMware Player and we are going with Oracle VirtualBox as an optional. So you could pick either one. My recommendation is that you go with VMware Player. Then at this in this video, we are going to now create that virtual machine, and that virtual machine is just like a container that has these resources added to it. So minimum of 20 gig of disk space, or you could go up to 50 or 60 gig of disk space. You gotta have at least 4 gig of memory and 1 to 2 virtual CPU. Now think of a virtual machine, the container. Let's say if you are looking at the assembly line in, let's say, HP company or Dell manufacturer. The assembly line goes through the computer building. They put in the memory, they put in the CPU, they put in the disk, and that's how your computer is built. Similarly, now think of yourself, those people who are on the assembly line, and now you're going to go ahead and build your own computer. All right, so let's start our VMware Workstation Player. So let's go ahead and type it here, VMware Workstation Player. Start it up. Okay, it has started. This is it. Now, go ahead and click on Create a new virtual machine. Here you pick, I will install the operating system later. This one, if you already have the Windows operating system downloaded for you and it is actually inserted into your DVD-ROM. So you will go with this option. This option is installer disk image file, which is the ISO file, which is not like a physical disk, which will be a file, then you will select this one. Now, since we have not downloaded the Microsoft Windows ISO, we will go and with the third option. Click next. Okay, guest operating system. We will go with Microsoft Windows and we have to select the version which is Windows Server 2016. So let's say where is Windows Server 2016. Very good. Go ahead and click next. The virtual machine name. Now, this is not the operating system name, your computer name. This is the container that we are creating. This is the name of that container. So we're gonna go with MS SQL Server. Or you could go with your own preference, whatever the name that you wanted to pick. Click next again. And by the way, this is the location where where the virtual machine will be created. Click next. Now, the maximum disk size. So I said minimum 20, and if you have enough disk space, which is recommended by the Windows, that you gotta go with 60. So I'm going with 50 just to keep an average. Now click on Store Virtual Disk as a single file and click Next. Okay, this is the virtual machine will be created with the following settings. So you have to modify certain settings because if you notice right here, the memory is 2 gig 2048. We got to change that. So click on Customize Hardware. And right here it says memory 2 gig, which is 2048 meg. So increase that to 4 gig right here. So slide this upward and it will change to 4 gig, which is 4096 megabyte. Okay, then the next one is processor. Number of processor cores selected 2 by default. You could leave that 2, or if you are really short or scarce on CPU resources, then change it to 1. Okay, new CD, DVD, auto detect, leave it as is. Network adapter, right here is selected to NAT. I want you to change it from NAT to bridged, connected directly to the physical network, which means it will allow you or your virtual machine will be able to communicate to the outside on the internet. So that is changed. Very good. Click on the USB controller. Leave that default as is. Sound card, nothing to change. Printer, nothing to change. Display, nothing to change. And now go ahead, simply click close. Verify one more time. These are the settings that you wanted for your virtual machine. And now click on finish. Okay. Now, this is your virtual machine. The container has been created. Now, what you need to do is you need to install an operating system on top of this container. And that's what we're going to cover in our next lecture.